Guys, in this next news story, a prison officer from HMP Birmingham, also known as Winson Green, was caught having intercourse with an inmate in a store cupboard. Shania Begum was put under surveillance after arousing suspicions at the jail in Winson Green. A covert camera was installed in the store cupboard, which subsequently filmed her behaviour with another prisoner, Joshua Mullings, escalate from flirting and heavy petting to full intercourse. She ignored her work radio going off while she was with him, and on one occasion she was interrupted by a colleague who said she had been gone for an hour. The 25-year-old claimed she felt cherished by Mullings at a time when she had been arranged to be married to another man who was said to be controlling. Begum admitted misconduct in a public office, and she sobbed in the dock when she was jailed for 16 months yesterday. Judge John Butterfield KC said, "Such behaviour was an utter repudiation of the trust placed in you," and said it has the potential and actual corrosive impact on the stability and welfare of the prison estate. It is a clear and present risk to good order. Begum had worked at HMP Birmingham since 2018, and the prosecutor said intel gathered from July 2022 appeared to show the defendant was having an inappropriate relationship with an inmate called Joshua Mullings. It suggested it was intimate and taking place within the store cupboard in the prison grounds. He told the court it was authorised for Begum to be placed under direct surveillance, including a covert camera being installed in the cupboard, which prisoners were supposed to keep tidy. The prosecutor stated Begum and Mullings engaged in consensual intercourse between September the 22nd and 29th in 2022 when she was on duty. Interrupted by the work radio, which she ignored, and she was also interrupted by fellow prison staff. She was approached by one member of staff saying he had been looking for her for an hour. Prosecutor stated Begum had previously carried out internet searches and read media reports about Mullings and his family. The defence said she is almost at a loss to explain her conduct. She is deeply remorseful. Perhaps there is some explanation by the circumstances of her upbringing. She had what can only be described as a wretched childhood. He stated Begum had been acting as a carer for a mother and older sister due to their health, as well as her two younger sisters, and he said at the time of this offence pressure had been applied upon her to enter into an arranged marriage. The man who she was arranged to marry was relatively controlling. He manipulated where she went, controlled her time, and dictated who she spoke to outside normal circumstances. She would point to that being the factor that led her acting in this totally out of character way, and she felt cherished in this relationship, which doubtless was exploitative. So guys, in this next news story coming from Yorkshire ways, and a man from Sheffield has been jailed for assaulting a 6-year-old girl in her own home. Akho Hussain Pur, who's 32, was a tradesman undertaking building work at a property. During a 4-day trial at Sheffield Crown Court, the jury heard how Pur entered the bedroom of a 6-year-old girl, forced off her clothes and assaulted her. The jury also heard how he told the girl not to tell anyone when he was confronted by the girl's father, and he denied everything. Appearing at Sheffield Crown Court, Pur was found guilty of the penetration of a child under 13. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison with 12 months extended licence, and he's been issued to go on the sexual harm prevention order and been made to sign the sex offenders register for life. Judge Reed, who sentenced Pur, said he had lied throughout the case, but that the jury had seen through him. He added that the victim should have been safe in her own home and that the family should have been able to trust Pur. Officers in the case, Amy Blakey, said, "I want to commend the tremendous courage the young victim in this case has shown. It is thanks to her bravery and incredible strength of her family that a dangerous man is now behind bars. Nothing can reverse the trauma and harm caused by the serious assault, but hope that the result brings the victim and her family a certain level of closure. These assault incites of what often is irreversible and long-term damage to children, but hope that Pur's victim can, with supportive care, begin to recover and go on to enjoy a happy childhood and adult life." South Yorkshire Police added, "If you have been the victim of abuse, please know that you're not to blame. You don't have to cope about it on your own. Please seek support and report to us so we can investigate." So guys, in this next news story, a woman has revealed that she was virtually ganged, the word beginning with R, by 4 male avatars in Meta's Horizon Worlds, as she said the trauma is similar to a real-world assault. Psychotherapist and startup co-founder Nina Patel, said her attackers may have felt disinhibited due to being in a virtual world. While she does not know the attackers' true identities, all four had male voices, and one even said to her, "Don't pretend you didn't love it after the attack." She stated to varying media sources that the distressing experience happened just 60 seconds after joining the Meta-owned virtual world, which is a shared 3D space where avatars often meet random people. She was targeted simply for having a female avatar, an experience she described as surreal and horrible. She said, "They've relentlessly harassed me and then proceeded to assault my avatar. Their behavior was offensive and disturbing." So this news story follows a recent case in UK here where a young girl was assaulted in VR and contacted the police. And Patella said with regards to that, the emotional psychological impact of VR can be very genuine and impactful. The girl under the age of 16 is said to have been left distraught after her avatar was, again the word begin with R, by multiple strangers online. Officer said she suffered the same psychological and emotional trauma as someone who would actually been the word begin with R in the real world, as the VR experience is designed to be completely immersive. So guys, what do you think with regards to this story? Guys, in this next news story, bombshell audio recordings alleging P. Diddy was a central figure in the assassination of Tupac Shakur have been submitted to court as evidence as part of the rapper's murder case. Tupac murder suspect Dwayne Keefe D. Davis boasts about Diddy allegedly offering him $1 million for the rapper's assassination in a chilling 2-hour and 25-minute secret police interview. The recording, made by the 2008 LAPD, has become available because Las Vegas prosecutors have entered the tape as a key piece of evidence in the murder trial. Keefe D, who's 60, appeared to be laughing and joking with police about Diddy orchestrating Tupac's killing in September 1996 in Las Vegas. Disturbingly, in the tape, Keefe, without any firm evidence, alleges that he oversaw the fatal shooting of the star on the request of Diddy in the mid-90s. Diddy, he repeatedly told officers on the tape, wanted rival record label boss Suge Knight and his top-performing artist Tupac dead, as a war of words broke out during the East-West Coast rap wars. Keefe, who was charged with Pac's murder in September, says in the tape that Diddy, who's now 54, declared, "Man, I want to get rid of those dudes." The former Compton Crip apparently insisted that the $1 million reward was proposed by Diddy, who had publicly dismissed claims he was involved in the shooting of Tupac and Suge Knight as nonsense. Prosecutors have submitted the audio file to demonstrate Keefe D's apparent confessions about being a key figure in the murder, but in many sections he makes unsubstantiated allegations about Diddy, who was then known as Puffy. On the tape, Keefe D openly boasted about growing close to Diddy, the then owner of Bad Boy Records and global music superstar, through a mutual friend and gangster Eric Zip Martin. He also tells LAPD officers Greg Kading how Puffy discussed his hatred of Suge Knight to Crip gang members who were covering his security detail after a concert in California. Keefe D said, "Shit," he said, "he would give us anything for those dudes' heads, you know." So guys, this is a new story coming in. Let me know what you think. There's your boy GC. Keep it locked, keep it real.